beautiful beings of light. Welcome to the Crone Zone, Conversations with the Ancients. My name's Priscilla. I'm a light worker and a crone, and this is my fellow crone, Heather.
Hi.
How are you all today? Hi, White Dragon. Welcome to our show today. We're going to talk about reality versus existence. This was a really tough one for me. Very tough one.
Yeah.
What's happening with you today, White Dragon? I know Dr. Dale is on right now, too, and talking about numerology, and that's cool. So, if you feel like you got to go, I'm cool with that. You can always watch us on rerun.
Or you can stay.
Or you can stay and enjoy. Anyway, before we get started, I'm going to go to Heather's card cam, and then we'll see what the cards have to say for today. I know we have a big volumes off. Volume. Oh, no. Are we having... No, I see it up there. I can't do any more on the volume. I think it's up all the way. Are we reverberating or just really low? If you could let me know, Amanda, I'd appreciate it. And welcome. Thanks for stopping by today.
Yeah. White Dragon, do you have volume?
I think we're fine because it's showing volume.
Yeah, it's
there.
showing down there. So
It looks to me like we have it.
okay. In our main card, which is things that we're doing, is union and creativity. And if I look,
The main card is what?
Creativity, union.
No, I mean, what's the position?
It's the main card. It's what we are trying to do.
What we're trying to do. Okay.
Okay. And that's what it looks like.
I forget.
Okay. And that which gets in our way is our faith. And of course, the body, our human has fairy magic, and our soul has the power. And then we have innocence and commitment. And I feel like that should be opposite, but it isn't. So,
Interesting.
with our creativity, sometimes our faith gets in the way because we think it should be one way and we want to do something else. When you're in the groove, so to speak.
Flow.
Yeah. Then you want to do what you're going in with the groove. But sometimes if you stop from being in the groove for a minute, you think, no, this is going to be some, because of things that we've believed. Not necessarily faith of religion or how we feel about the world, but more like things that you've learned become the faith that you follow. For instance, in art, you've learned that you can't put certain colors or shapes with certain other ones, and that's not true. As an artist, that's not true. But you have to be the one that says...
But you've learned the color wheel, and you have faith that the color wheel works.
Exactly.
Okay, how about that?
Exactly, right. So these things that you were taught, that was your faith, and it gets in the way of your creativity, okay? At the same time, we still have our own fairy magic all the time in our bodies, and the power of all of it is in our soul. So they're just holding tight for us to get everything together. And they're saying, just think about, by innocence, it could be naivety, it could be experimentation. Yeah, well, I want to try this anyway. Just looking at it, innocently trying something else and saying, I don't know about that, let's try this too. And when you do that, you find that you become committed to, say, for instance, an art piece. You get committed to the art piece, and you know that what you're doing that's different isn't supposed to follow what you've been taught. You follow your creativity.
Your heart.
And so your commitment becomes to being creative.
Cool.
Okay?
That's beautiful. Thanks, Heather. I love those cards.
I do too.
So, what is reality versus existence?
Oh,
Well,
this is a hard subject.
this was a really hard subject to go into. There's just so many different philosophical thoughts about things. So
Oh,
I try to
yeah.
keep it metaphysical as much as possible. But some of it is just plain physical. So there you go. So, what is reality? The reality is the world or the state of things as they actually exist, as they are, as opposed to an idealistic or notional idea of them. A reality for a stone or a person consists of that stone or person's interactions with the changing environment. Our individual reality is determined by sensory input, by our personal physical abilities, energy levels, feelings, social identities, and all that sort of thing. But what is existence? Existence is the ability of an entity to interact with reality. For instance, Key West is a place. It exists. It is what it is. I may think Key West is one of the most wonderful places on the planet. You may think it's one of the worst places on the planet.
And those are your realities.
Our realities differ.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, MJ. Welcome.
So, one understanding of existence is it's being an objective reality. This means it's not a figment of our imagination or perception. Existence needs perception, but it doesn't just rely on perception as it is, as it is evidence. For instance, if a tree falls down in a forest, but there's no one around to hear it, you may not have perceived the sound.
You won't have it if you're not there.
Mm-mm. It may not be part of your reality, but the tree still fell. So it existed. Another example, we can choose to believe ghosts don't exist and live in our life without having to worry about them. Or we can also choose to believe that they do exist. But it will only be part of our reality, not everybody else's.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. The truth is, when you shut something out of your reality, it still continues to exist. You just lack the ability to perceive it because it's not part of your reality. So what's that all mean? It means what exists, exists. You can't change it. It simply is.
It simply is.
Mm-hmm.
What you can change, though, is your perception of what exists or does not exist. We can achieve anything we put our minds to. Hi, Lisa Rhodes. But if we don't take action or change our perception about the situation, what exists continues to exist. Metaphysics is the branch of philosophy that studies the fundamental nature of reality. The first principles of being, identity, and change, space and time, causality, necessity, and possibility. It includes questions about the nature of consciousness and the relationship between mind and matter, substance and attribute, and potentiality and actuality. The entire universe and everything in it, including us, exists. Irrespective of the presence of the human race, the universe existed, is existing, and will continue to exist in more or less the same or similar state.
Generally, there are two levels of existence. First, the first level of existence is that which does not depend on others for its existence.
This is where it gets really complicated.
Yeah, it gets
for me.
really complicated.
So bear with us as we get through the next few minutes.
And if you have questions, ask.
Please ask.
Okay. The universe as a whole and its material constitutes, it's from this group. These are real entities. They are there because of their objectivity. The second level of existence is that which depends on others for existence. And these are functional entities. Functional entities are born out of real entities and their relations.
See what I mean?
They are created by intellect of real entities for definite purposes. Real entities have objective reality and positive existence in space, which are provided by their substance. Each real entity exists independently due to its substance. Therefore, substance is essential for existence of all real entities in space. So space is seen as an imaginary container, and it's seen by rational beings whenever they think of real entities. Space extends to infinity no matter how far we go out. We can find real entities here, there, as far as we know of, and beyond.
Space may be partitioned off for our convenience into different spatial systems, such as our 3D. Because of their objectiveness, real entities have forms and structures. They can deform, contract, or expand. When they're in direct contact, they are able to act on each other and be acted upon by other real entities. Examples of real entities are matter, universal medium, photons, primary and secondary 3D matter particles, subatomic particles, atoms, etc. Real entities have volumetric existence, where we use width, height, and depth planes through origin as reference to measure distances to an object and indicate its exact position in space with respect to origin. Unless we're able to provide more planes through the origin which are perpendicular to the original three of width, height, and depth, mutually perpendicular planes, we cannot have higher dimensional spatial systems and entities. I bet you all understood that as well as I did.
Okay, so if you have a parallel and you have here and you have a 90-degree here, this is width, this is height, and the one that goes between the both at a right angle, that's depth.
Right.
And they're saying if you can't add more with the same type of right angles, then you can't get past 3D.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Makes absolute sense. Hi, Viviane. Hi, Lisa Rhodes. Hi, Indigo Jaguar. Thank you. I think we're almost through this part.
Functional entities. She was talking about the real ones. Now the functional.
There's two, functional and real.
So the functional entities are invented by rational beings for a specific purpose. They have neither objective reality nor positive existence in space. They're without substance and exist only in the minds of rational beings or mathematical analysis. That tells you a lot right there if it's mathematical analysis. As they do not have substance, functional entities have no forms and no structure. Without mental exercise from rational beings, all function entities will cease to exist. For example, functional entities are life, mind, intellect, energy, mass, time, force field, information, action, motion, those things that we call abstract because you really can't see them. Okay.
Yeah.
As 3D beings living and operating in a three-dimensional spatial system, we sense and observe real entities through our sense organs and various instruments. Functional entities are scrutinized by our intellect. Our sense organs, feel, touch, sight, and scientific instruments are devised to sense and observe only real entities that exist in 3D. Therefore, our sense organs and instruments are not able to observe all that's going on in the universe.
True. So, what are the different types of reality? Ontology is the branch of philosophy that studies concepts such as existence, being, becoming, and reality. Being and becoming is going to be our next.
And yes, Indigo, they are conscious beings.
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
It is sometimes referred to as the science of being. It includes the questions of how entities are grouped into basic categories and which of these entities exist on the fundamental level. There are three types of reality. We have objective reality, which is the gold standard or scientific standard for what is real. I find that to be lacking. It describes anything that is measurable, observable, and would not exist if human beings did not. Example, our physical laws.
Or that tree that fell that nobody saw.
Right. Subjective reality is what you believe. Others can believe the complete opposite, and it would still be fine. So you just have a difference of opinion, but still, your reality's a little bit different than mine.
It's kind of like Key West. We love it, some people hate it.
The most simple example are straight-up beliefs of subjective reality. Some people have useful beliefs about things, and some people have really limiting beliefs about things. Like, are you a glass half full or a glass half empty type of person? Or political views. We can each have completely different political views, and it's not going to change anything. Really. It's just one of those things. Inner subject reality is a special subset of subjective reality, and it describes things that exist because we collectively believe they exist, to the point where we would almost consider them objective reality. And examples of that are like money and religion, fame and celebrity, and laws.
So the three types of reality are mutually exclusive. Everything has to fit into them. Everything will fall into one or the three types, and it's useful to recognize which one. If something is objective, you know it can't be changed, and it's a wasted effort to even try. If something is subjective, then you have options. You want to choose things that are advantageous to you and are that you believe to be true. And even if there's no evidence to support them, if you believe it, that's what you want it to be. And
That's right.
And it's advantageous to take your limiting beliefs and to replace them with empowering ones. And when we're doing the work, we do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's part of the shadow work is changing that.
Yeah.
Looking at those limiting beliefs and getting rid of them.
Yeah. For example, confidence and motivation.
Yeah.
It's more beneficial to believe in yourself and your motivations than not to. Anybody argue with that? I'd be surprised if you do. Okay.
Nah.
Intersubjective reality is where things get really interesting. It's usually disadvantageous to be out of sync with intersubjective reality, much like it is with objective reality. You can avoid it, but you can't avoid the consequences of it. For instance, you can pretend that human laws don't exist, but if you break them, you're still going to have the consequences.
True. That's for sure.
But sometimes it can be advantageous to be out of sync with whatever everybody else believes. Like if you're playing by different rules. Examples include entrepreneurship. You're doing something different, so you're branching off. You're skipping breakfast to save time. And I know there's a lot of people that do that. Businesses and startups that disrupt traditional industry. They say, you can't do it, and you say, watch me. And not following celebrity fan clubs. You're just not into that, you know?
So not. Understanding existence versus reality allows us to see how our perceptions change our reality. We can change our lives by switching to more positive perceptions of life. But how do we do this? By taking personal responsibility. Changing your perception requires that first and foremost we take responsibility for our past unconscious actions. When we do that, we begin to see people, events, things, and even ourselves from a more neutral and positive standpoint.
Shadow work, guys.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Having compassion for yourself and others. Shifting the way you view the world is no easy feat, so it's essential to be patient and gentle with yourself. And those changes we make in our perception may confuse friends and family, so express compassion for them too. Be willing to see things differently. That's all about changing
And
your
I was
perception.
going to say, I agree with Indigo Jaguar. Steer it away from the groupthink.
Absolutely. Groupthink is is the death knell as far as I'm concerned. Be willing to see things differently. Often people say they want to change, but they aren't actually prepared to make those changes. Boy, I know plenty of that in my life. I want to do this, but I don't ever take the effort to make the effort to do it. Having a desire to see things differently is a vital component and creates room for us to learn and create new perceptions. Activate our pause button when triggered. Take a moment to breathe and ground yourself in the present moment. We can then choose how to respond from a more empowered place. And we can always enlist support. Friends, family, professionals. We're so accustomed to looking at things a certain way that sometimes it's difficult to see our blind spots, and we're not looking at things in the most favorable way. Talking to someone can help us see things from a different perspective that we might not have thought of before.
It's like when we talk together, we see things differently. And so we have a more rounded picture when we do talk together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Look for patterns. We all have patterns. Ask yourself if other independent, objective people would look at things the same way that you're looking at them and come to the same conclusion. This allows us, am I right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. This allows us to think more critically and less emotionally. You know, and that is probably the hardest one for me, is to learn not to react. But just to
learn to
take a
step
breath.
back and look at it again.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Lisa, you need to
It's so much easier to be more compassionate with other people, isn't it? I don't know why that's true. We always seem to be harder on ourselves than anybody else.
Yeah, we don't follow our own rules where everybody else is. We forget to follow them for ourselves.
I think so. I think so. Anyway, it allows us to think more critically and think less emotionally, and opens us up to notice things that we might have initially missed because we were all caught up in our usual pattern.
So basically, the existence of something is a fact, and that it's present in the world as a real thing. It is what it is. Physical reality is that which is constrained by physical or physical laws. Immaterial reality then pertains to what is not constrained by physical laws. For example, concepts such as character and the mind, Plato's forms, the realms of God and spirits. Each of us has a different view of the reality that we're in, with different memories, different personal history, knowledge, personality, traits, and experience. So everybody's reality is different. Through our subconscious set of mental filters formed by our beliefs and experiences, we all interpret the same world, what's in existence, differently. So our perceptions create our reality, and they affect the quality of our experience in life. The more we perceive people and experiences in a positive light, though, the more we'll experience a happier existence.
So true. Look at all the things that are in that. Our thoughts create our reality. All those are positive things. Everything up there. Wisdom, kindness, truth, receive, seek, spirit, peace. Beautiful. Happy birthday to Indigo Jaguar. Glad you were here today. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. And hi, Warrior Girl. Thanks for coming. We're ready for cards and our questions. Whatever you've got, whatever you feel like.
If you understood all that, well, just fine. But if you have some questions about it or something was unclear to you, please ask.
Absolutely.
Because it's difficult to get your head around it.
It was very, very difficult for me to get my head around some of that. But it was also fun and informative, and I'm fine with that. So who cares?
It was informative.
It's always a learning experience. Hi, Viviane. Thanks for being here. How's everybody today? It's getting a lot like Christmas at our house. We've decorated, and I guess I'll have to post on the
Yeah.
Facebook the picture that we
And
took.
I can start the car up and Frosty the Snowman rides with us.
We have a snowman that sits in the car
And waves.
and waves at you as you drive by. I hope you don't cause accidents with that thing.
I don't think so. I don't think anybody even noticed. And it going all the
Tinted
time.
windows.
Yeah, I went all up and down. The bike riders, they looked at me a little funny, but what is that?
I think
Through the
that's
windshield,
great.
you know.
I'm with you, Indigo. It is the kind of information.
That's right. And so since it's on tape, you can come back and watch it again and watch it again.
Exactly.
But it is what they call deep.
It was pretty deep for me.
It's pretty deep. But, you know, we were looking for
Hi,
questions.
Linda Gonzalez. Welcome. We've just finished our, whatever it is we call it.
Existence of reality.
Existence
versus.
of reality. But
And-
we're ready for cards, so I'd say you got here just in time.
But,
you
I
can
mean-
always watch it later.
Those had much more detail, but basically, existence is, no matter what,
It
it is. Reality is what you personally
Perceive.
make.
It's
Yeah,
what you perceive
perceive.
reality to be.
Yeah. So it's
Of course, let's give Indigo Jaguar the first card for her birthday.
And I'm sorry, War Girl, you're having a day. Or is
Surrounding you
having
in
a-
unconditional love and divine healing light, warrior girl,
and joy.
and joy. Get feeling better soon, sweetheart. You're in an energetic burrito right now. Okay. First card's for the birthday girl.
And then Lisa Road would like one.
Got it?
Does the heart mean you want one?
I think Amanda would like a card.
And Indigo Jasper would. Oh, she said in Warrior Girl Love. That is so wonderful.
No, we'll
I
get-
love this group because you all love each other. And it's so obvious and it's great.
Everybody
such a support.
shares such love and healing energy.
And support. That's
beautiful.
so great.
Thank you all for doing that. You all shine your lights everywhere.
Yeah. And everybody benefits.
Oh, I've got to get Willow down.
Heather.
Indigo Jaguars first.
Okay.
She's the birthday girl. She's right here, number
I
one.
know, but you wrote it down as Heather.
Because her name is Heather.
I know, but I don't know who you're talking about. Always. Sometimes I do,
It
sometimes I
says
don't.
Heather Indigo.
Oh, is that what the second word is? I thought it was a D. No wonder I couldn't figure it out.
The ripple effect.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Earth Day, really? Oh, Earth Day isn't birthday, sorry. Oh, that's beautiful, warrior girl.
Okay.
Okay, let me grab some cards. I know, sometimes I'm not real fast. And this show
know.
was hard to put together. It was really
was a
stressing
challenge.
me out. It was a challenge. I hope it made sense to you guys.
That was the issue, is to make sense to it.
Because so much of it didn't make sense to me.
Okay, and this is a picture of a family. And it says happy family. So
Oh, lovely.
fun and close and caring about each other. And it sounds like that's what's going on for you. And that is great. And the birthday, I can see that through the
I figured
Rainbow.
you were a white dragon.
what?
We'd be there too if we weren't here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is beautiful. Remember this, please, Heather. I'm at home in my body and at peace in my spirit. That's a beautiful birthday wish. I love that. I'm at home in my body and at peace in my spirit. It's a great little mantra. And happy, happy birthday. Yeah.
Lisa.
Lisa Rhodes is next.
And we're glad you're here and doing the work you're doing.
Okay. Lisa, I've got this beautiful woman. I allow stillness to heal and reveal. She's in the moonlight. Don't we have a full moon in a couple of days? Because it's beautiful out there. I allow stillness to heal and reveal. Beautiful.
Okay, and this is the yin yang card. So you can see what basically it says whether you're active or you're passive, your intuition is there. And it's right. It's working with you. Okay? And it's very logical.
Thank you, Lisa. Okay. Amanda's Carol is next. Oh, I'm trying to think what our next show is. Let's see. Oh, Friday, we're going to have Terry Lee here, you guys. Pure Visionary Psychic Medium. The three of us have had, well, Heather's is this week, had readings with Robert Brunges, Akashic Bob, and we're going to talk about our experiences with our experiences regarding the Akashic Records. So that's going to be fun. Please join us Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Go ahead.
Well, I was looking at who it was, and I forgot who I was looking for.
It's Amanda Carroll.
Yeah, that's who I know. Anyway, Amanda, you ended up with the second chakra, Archangel Ariel. And basically what it says is there, you can see it better, is that you're creative, you're very creative, and you really get into your work. It's like you have an intimacy with it. So and with whatever you're doing, you really get into it. And that is able to be seen by whoever. If you're working with somebody, it's able to be seen by them. And part of the reason why they like you, because they feel like you really care. And Archangel Ariel is behind you on all of it. And if you're creating a piece, it's like you know exactly what it is you want, and you just keep going at it until you get it just right. So, it's cool.
Sweet. I surrender to the power of prayer and devotion is what I got. So to quiet your mind, don't be afraid to pray for what you want during your meditation. Surrender to the power of the prayer and the devotion.
Okay.
Warrior Girls next.
I want you to feel better. Have better.
Oh, Indigo, that's beautiful. Thank you, badass crones. I don't know about badass, but crone for sure.
Oh yeah, it's been driven home to me. I'm a crone.
Okay, Linda Gonzalez. That has been on my mind. That you have. She says, "Dear Crones, a couple of days ago you suggested I might be a psychic medium and that I might want to do some training. Ladies in the chat, I'm not able to do this, but can you steer her into one
Some
of the
of the
mediums
classes.
that has classes? I'm not familiar with the classes.
If nothing else, get a hold of Sun Psychic
Sun
Jean,
Psychic Jean, because that's
and she will either. Sometimes she has classes herself, but she will know who has a class for you. Okay?
and so will most of these people in the chat room. If you guys
Yeah.
could help Linda out, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, Medium
Yes, Medium Kim does
If
them
you could
too.
maybe put a link, someone in the chat for Linda Gonzalez, we'd appreciate it.
Thank you, Indigo.
And hi, Ron. Thank you, Indigo. You're a doll. Thank you, Warrior Girl. I know there's a bunch of them that do classes out there that are fantastic.
And they're online, so that works real well. Yes, she did. Yes, Sun Psychic Jane did start
Hi,
out.
Ron.
Yes.
Grr. Ron's grrring. Okay, this is Warrior Girl's card. I've got proper rest helps me feel and look my best. I don't know about you, Warrior Girl, but
I have a feeling that's right where it belongs.
I've not been getting a lot of rest lately.
Oh, I've been awake last night since 4:30. So
I'm telling you, these planetary information rays are getting me.
and there are butterflies and birds and a birdhouse in the sky, and you're standing at the garden gate, and you're looking at abundant prosperity, but you have to make a decision either way because you're good where you are. But if you decide you want to expand, that's good too. It's just, what does your heart tell you as to what you want to do? But there are some decisions to make, and go with your heart every time. You'll be happy.
Sweet.
Okay. I get the impression it's around the first of the year that you're going to have to make some decisions. That's just an impression. It's just what I feel.
Thank you, Warrior Girl and Indigo Jaguar, for those links. I appreciate it very much. Okay, next is Miss Willow. I can't remember the whole site's name, but hi, Sassafras.
We have a dog that comes in and lays down with us. Oh, there's she doing, laying down.
This is for Willow. We are all sisters and reflect the divine in one another. Oh, I love that card. It's true, we're all sisters. And reflect the divine in one another. That's lovely.
And you have the third chakra. I'll try to hold it up a little bit. You can see he's holding the power ball. And that's Archangel Shamuel. And he deals with things that you want, your desires, your ambitions, and your life force energy. And he's behind you, helping you all the way. So keep going with it. Okay? Don't lose faith.
Okay, White Dragon's next. Hi, Lady Saul. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad you were
Appreciate
watching
it.
us. I'll put your name down for a card. Because I like doing cards.
She does. So do
This
I.
one is for a White Dragon. I've got White Dragon, Ron, Linda, Day Gonzalez, and Lady Soul. If there's anybody I've missed, please let me know.
Wow, the angels are coming out today.
Boy, they sure are.
Yep. You have Archangel Raphael, fourth chakra, love, compassion, but mostly start taking it easy on yourself. Okay? Self-acceptance. Accept who you are. I think you do. But you do need to treat yourself with a little more kindness. Okay? But they are talking about love and compassion for you too, not just for everybody else that you deal with. Okay?
He shows that love and compassion a lot. With a steady mind, I'm connected
Yes.
to our collective experience. And I know what you're doing out there for our collective, and we appreciate it. The work that you're doing, White Dragon. Thank you.
But don't forget to include yourself.
Exactly. We can't forget to include ourselves. We're so busy doing for others, we forget to do for ourselves. And it's not selfish. It's what you need to do.
If you're not up to snuff because you've let yourself get down, because you haven't been taking care of yourself, you can't help others.
That's right.
So you must make sure you take care of yourselves. Okay?
Ron German Jr., this one's for you. Oh, I got Viviani down here. Can't forget our lovely, what are they called? Moderators.
Yes.
Thank you, moderators. As always, we appreciate everything that you do. Keeping control of the trolls really helps. This is Ron.
What'd you get?
We are all sisters and reflect the divine in one another. Okay, Sister Ron. But we are. We're all family. We know that. And we do reflect the divine in each other. I think that's hilarious.
And I have holding a woman holding a coin, but it also has to do with, and again, it's her. It has to do with a female connection of any kind of female, and money, health, and value, and basically, it could be a friendship. It could be more, but it could be just support in those areas for you from the female side.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Linda De Gonzalez.
Linda De Gonzalez. Ah, Raphael again. Like I said, the
Wow.
angels are coming out today like crazy. And again, it's self-acceptance, love, and compassion, but not just for others, because you have that. You must do it for yourself as well. And anybody else around you, like people that you normally would forget because, oh, they're okay. No, they need it too. Okay?
But make sure you have healthy boundaries to keep you centered and balanced. We all need those boundaries. She's lovely.
Yep.
I like these cards. And Lady Soul is next.
She probably knows pretty much what she's doing.
I have no idea what Saturday's show is going to be, but Sunday's show is going to be Terry Suzuki and Terry's Tales again. That's always fun. And Friday's going to be...
I think I'll start doing be and being. Becoming. Becoming.
Being and becoming.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Friday's Pure Visionary Psychic Medium, Terry Lee. And like I said, we're going to talk about our experiences with the Akashic Records. We've all three had our Akashic Records read by Mr. Robert Brunges, who we all think is pretty fabulous.
Wow. I'm saying wow because you also have an angel. I can't believe how many
You've
angels
pulled more
have
angel cards than anything else today.
And remember that their angel cards only have to do with your chakra. That tells you how many they are in the deck.
Yeah, no kidding. That's
Yeah.
wild.
I mean, this is a thick deck.
It is. Hi, Valerie B. Welcome.
Okay, so you have Archangel Ariel, and it has to do with intensity and your creativity. So, and like I said, intimacy. I mean, like in your work, you really get into when you're reading. I've watched you, and you really focus in. And that's what it's showing, and Archangel Ariel is helping you with that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Huh. And this is my shadow. There is... Wow, sorry. This is the shadow work card. There's medicine in my shadow. You guys, don't be afraid to do your shadow work. It's painful, but boy, you come out so much healthier on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
The things that trigger you are telling you need to work on those things. So there's medicine in your shadow. Please, please do that.
And is there anybody else?
Viviane.
Yay!
And I bet Valerie B would probably like a card.
Oh, that one flipped. Healer of the Ages.
Another one.
Health and vitality. Make sure that you keep yours going. Okay?
Take care of yourself, Viviane.
Take care of yourself. Get rest. And that's almost impossible with the way the moons have been going. But get your rest. Because you don't want to get sick. And your healing is needed. So make sure you take care of you. And you can heal some of you too.
Okay. Viviane, I surrender to the power of prayer and devotion. I think maybe you just need to quiet your mind a bit. Sit still. And listen.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it's saying. I surrender to the power of prayer and devotion. And you can even use that as a little affirmation.
And also sleep.
So, yeah, sleep is so... Good luck with that, because I'm not having a whole lot of luck at sleeping these days.
Me neither.
Guys, please hit the like button and share if you don't mind. We'd sure appreciate it.
And subscribe, of course.
And subscribe. Please subscribe. By the way, we just hit 300. I think it was 302 this morning.
And that maybe sounds small to you, but it sounds big to us.
It sounds big to us. We're thrilled. Simple minds. Okay, this is for Valerie B. And that's our last one until we get
General.
Our general one. It is so dear these days, Amanda. You're so right. Okay.
Happy family.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
So again, they're showing the rainbow, that things are going good for the family. And that's nice because a lot of times during the holidays, things blow up that you don't expect. So that's very nice that you'll be working with closeness and fun and caring members of your family.
That is nice.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I welcome clear vision and inspired action. This is another little affirmation you can say in the morning.
And that could be the reason why everything's going so well for everybody.
Could be.
Yep.
I welcome clear vision and inspired action. Isn't that beautiful?
Yep.
Okay. That's it for the cards, except for our last one for
the group.
The group for our collective. I'm going to put this away. So be sure and join us Friday for Terry Lee. And then I've forgotten what Saturday is, but Sunday is Kangaroo Spiritual Journeys with Terry. What's Terry's last name?
Oh, that can't.
I've forgotten Terry's last name. You know who I'm talking about. Kangaroo Spiritual Journeys. Terry's Tales. So we'll have fun there. Suzuki. Terry Suzuki.
Now, I pulled this card and I said, surely not. And then I got a message. So it's talking about holidays and keeping your defenses up for things and aggressive energy around you. But again, it's the holidays. And some people forget all about doing anything with what they want to do, and you get pushed out of the way, or they cut line, or they something else. Just remember there is aggressive energy out there, and don't react to it. Just observe it and let it go, because some people just can't help themselves, and so there is some hostility out there. But just shine your light and keep your light shining. Now, one of the things that she does before we go driving is to put a bubble around the car, saying that we're going to get wherever we're going safely. No accidents, no crazy drivers. That's a big one. No crazy drivers.
One in Key West.
Okay. But and we always keep a light and a bubble around the house to protect us. So make sure that, you can build a bubble from your own heart and blow it out towards around you, and keep that light shining, and that will help you from any of the crazy madness out
the
there.
Madness of shopping, or whatever.
Because you'll find that a lot of people just don't even come near you because they're not looking for the loving energy that you have. Most of them. So that either they love it.
Stuff.
Yeah, they either are going to love it and come up and start talking to you, and it's going to be great, or they're going to leave you alone. So
either way it works.
Yeah, it works. So make sure that you keep your glowing going. And besides, those that need the love can refresh themselves from what you're sending out. So you are helping everybody as well as yourself. Okay?
Absolutely. Yes, we did, Lady Souls. She got it. She understood. So that's cool. So let me just say thank you for being here, everyone.
Yeah, thank
Like
you.
I said, it was a rough go, this one.
It was to make sure that everybody
Understands.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But that's okay. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you
Right.
on Friday and Saturday and Sunday, I hope.
Yes, and Valerie, you're right. Love bubbles are important.
Oh, yes, love bubbles. I hadn't thought about it like that, but that's a great way to look at it. I love those bubbles. Yeah,
I know.
we have love bubbles around us, around our house, around our car. Bubbles of protection, too, because we are quite friendly with Archangel Michael, so we ask him to protect us all the time.
Yeah.
So you guys have a blessed day. We love you all. Thank you for being here. Go out and shine your light and spread that unconditional love and unity consciousness in everything you do. And
bring
let's
it
bring our
back for
ascension
you,
on
too.
fast.
Yes.
Yes.
And bring it back to you.
Yeah. Be sure and love yourself too.
Yes.
We'll talk to you next time.
Thank you.
Namaste.